I've been sent out here to Opel's very remote test facility in Germany to be what can only be described as a crash test dummy. But you see, while dummies have the luxury of an airbag and being inanimate objects, I am living flesh and blood. And the point of this is to ensure the airbags do not go off unnecessarily. This is test number 1, the ramp test. The situation is the Corsa, that you can see a very, very long way over there, will come along at 60 kilometres an hour, take off here, in the air, we'll be in the air, still in the air, still in the air, and they reckon it'll land about here. I'm not sure how scientific this is, and I don't want to die. How many times have you done this test? Many times?
Oh, no, so.
No? I mean, do I need to be worried?
Geht, aber it's funny. What?
It's funny.
It's funny.
This was it, and I was beginning to have second thoughts.
This is not normal. This is ill behaviour. Ill behaviour. Blimey. It seemed like we were in the air for about a millisecond. I didn't notice that bit at all. It was the hitting of the ramp and then the landing. It was like bang, bang, really quite hard. And you do feel it. You do feel it.
After the first test, the Corsa seemed surprisingly intact. The driver was OK, but I wasn't looking forward to test 2.
We're driving a Corsa, this time a shiny black one, into a huge gravel trap at 80 kilometres per hour. Now, besides ruining the paintwork, this, hopefully, will prove that the airbag won't be deployed during high-frequency vibrations.
Although the Corsa is being subjected to a vicious surface, there should be no need for an airbag.
Hallo, ich bin Johnny Smith. Wie geht's? Deary me.
Oh.
I think we hurt the cameraman. You know, this could have been a typical scenario. You know, driving along, your phone goes off, you're not supposed to, you answer it, you're eating a pasty, there's a huge gravel trap straight ahead of you. You know, this is a normal, everyday scenario. They're knocking all the stones out from the transmission and the braking system in a really scientific way by driving backwards violently and then driving forwards violently. OK, test number 3. Take a good look at the front of this car, because it's the last time you'll see it without any panel damage. Because the Germans are apparently brilliant at hitting wild boar. And here's our boar. She's probably made out of other boars.
It weighs 50 kilos, and we're going to hit it head-on at 50 miles an hour. Ouch.
What's a boar without a face? Delilah, I know this is a difficult thing for me to tell you, but you're going to get struck quite heavily by a General Motors car so that General Motors can make sure that the occupants of their machines don't get killed when they hit other boars like yourself. I hope you're all right with that. I'm really sorry. I love you.
There are 2,700 boar-related crashes in Germany every year. That's a lot of airbags that would need replacing unnecessarily.
I can see the boar. Full bore at the boar. Oh, dear. I think it's dead.
Delilah's deceased. Our car took some damage, but not enough to need an airbag, so this test is a pass. It still wasn't me needing any medical attention.
This is the 4th and final test, and this is the one I'm mildly petrified about. You see, we're going to be driving at 30 kilometres per hour into this huge gravel mound. That is 12 tonnes. So although we're actually hitting something slower, we're hitting something a damn sight heavier. And here's some evidence of previous victims. I'm not looking forward to this.
This didn't feel like a scientific experiment. It was pure German madness. Hitting a 12-ton object sounded like a scenario where I'd need an airbag. But apparently, it won't be a quick enough deceleration to warrant one.
OK, here it is.
Okay.
Deary me. Yeah. Well, I'm alive, yeah. That was pretty odd, I have to say. It didn't hurt that much, but you know, I wouldn't want to hit that at 50 kilometres or 60 kilometres. And he reckons the car's fine. Yeah, she's seeping coolant. You know, in a semi-sadistic way, I've quite enjoyed being a human crash test dummy for the day. At no point did any of the airbags deploy, and I haven't got any bodily discomfort to speak of, apart from a slight crick in the neck. And it's a comforting thought to think that these tests are being carried out so that your airbag doesn't go off until you really need it.